Hello to you, beautiful people. My name is Lakshmi, coming to you with another cosmic forecast, an awesome infusion of awesomeness, and an update of what exactly is going on. Not that we actually know what's going on, but astrology is a fun tool to give us a glimpse of what the universe has in store for us. And before I dive into this week's update, just a little bit of announcements. First of all, if you are interested to know what is going on for you in your chart, especially during these crazy times, then please go to my website, noalakshmi.com, and book your soul signature reading, where I go into your chart and we take a tour of your life and your soul and what's going on for you. That's one thing. And another thing that I'm super stoked to announce is the work that I do, the transformational work that I do with individuals, with men and women. I work with people that are inspired and motivated to really master their lives, that are motivated by self-mastery and utilizing this human experience to the best of their ability, and to really fulfill the full human potential. And I'm super passionate about this work, and this work that I do is on all levels: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, which is very important to be an integrated being. And if you're curious about this work and want to learn more, then please contact me again on my website, noalakshmi.com. And I am launching the personal work that I do with people into a group settings. And I'm actually going to offer it as a group program that is going to start October 10th. That's the full session, October 10th through November 18th. So it's 40 days. 40 Days to Self-Mastery is the name of the program. And if you are curious about self-mastery, and if you are at that place in your life and you're looking to upgrade every single level and to really cleanse your body, cleanse your mind, open your heart, and be the best that you can be, then please contact me and I will get in touch with you. And there's an application form to see if this is a good fit. But I wanted to announce that and put this out there and let you know that I do more than just astrology, and I use astrology as a tool, and a very powerful tool, but there's so much more. So get in touch with me again, noalakshmi.com. I'll put the link below, and I would love to hear from you. All right, now that I got that off the agenda, let's dive into what's happening right now. And oh my God, I'm so happy that I'm recording this video right now. Usually I record it during the day, but now it's evening time, and it's the 23rd. Today is a Tuesday, and literally, you guys, in like 10 minutes, there's the big thing that is happening, and that's the majority of what I'll be talking about today. Is the planet Mars conjuncting the planet Saturn, and it's an exact conjunction, 9 degrees of the sign of Sagittarius. Now, what does it all mean? Of course, we're going to dive into that, and I've got a few notes here. So just to go back a little bit, and I talked a lot about Mars and the planet Mars, and Mars has gone through a lot this year. It was in retrograde, and again, Mars goes in retrograde only every 2 years, so it's not like it happens very often. And it was in retrograde until the end of June. And it was in retrograde into the sign of Scorpio. So we went through so much digging and the period of cutting through many cords. And what is Mars? Mars is our desires. Mars is our wants. Mars is our passions. Mars is our ability to take action. Mars is our courage. Mars is it's a fire sign. It's our ability to really take action and act. I desire and I act. That's the Mars energy. It's the masculine energy. And it hasn't been so happy, being in retrograde, being in Scorpio for so long. It was a very, very necessary time, though, for all of us. We're looking at things that started for us back in 2012. and a lot of things that seeds that were planted, or certain certain initiations that started back in 2012 in your own personal life, in your own spiritual journey, but also on the external level. And what Mars did during that time was cleaning house, so to speak. So we went through the period of digging, really digging, and getting into deep places within ourselves, and some stuff from the past that came up. And we really dug into what is my true desire, all those questions. What do I desire? What do I want? What is my passion? How do I want to move forward in my life? That's a big thing. Like, this forward movement momentum is being felt big time. The desire to move forward, the desire to break free, the desire to do new things, the desire to be something new, to create something new. It's the reinvention. It's the upgrading, and the full moon that we just had totally activated that even more so. So going through that period of digging into all that and getting more clarity. Well, this is what I want. This is what I desire. This is my passion. This is how I want to move forward. But it hasn't been like the easiest thing to actually move forward full force, because Mars was in retrograde, and then moving slowly, coming out of the shadow period and then back into Sagittarius. And now it has gone back to the place, 9 degrees of Sag. That's where Mars stopped and went retrograde. So right now we're in that, back to ground zero, so to speak. And to add more excitement into the picture, Mars is meeting the planet Saturn. So up until now, it hasn't felt the easiest to really take full action. Again, feeling the desire, feeling how I want to move forward, but it hasn't been super like, yes, that's how I want to move forward and really manifest and really take full action. And those things are really shifting. So we cleared a lot of things from the past. We cut a lot of cords, released a lot of attachments to patterns, to old ways of being and thinking and doing things, hopefully. And now the thing with Mars energy is it's great to have the desires, and it's great to have the ability to take action, but we also want to make sure that we take action that is responsible, that is mature. We take action that leads us to the results, that lead us to the life that we actually want to create. We want to have some type of a container with those actions, that we don't just act. You know, we can act, but if we don't have a very clear definition or clear intention, clear container, well, why am I doing what I'm doing? And how am I doing what I'm doing? Because it's not just enough to act. I always like to ask myself, what is the why behind the action? And how is the action being done? It's not really what you do, it's how you do it. And more importantly, is why are you doing it? So all this Mars energy now is encountering Mr. Saturn, the planet Saturn. And Saturn presents all these questions. It gives us the container. Saturn is the real world. It's the third dimensional reality. It's the limitations, but we need a certain container. And that's what Saturn's offer us. And it offers us the responsibility and the maturity behind the actions and behind the desires and behind the passions. And the asking yourself, well, why am I doing what I'm doing? And how am I doing it? Which is really about integrity. And Saturn is integrity. Another thing with Saturn is that Saturn is karma. And karma is not about punishment. It's not, oh, you did this, then now you need to be punished. It's about realizing that if you want to create something new, you've got to make different choices, and you've got to take different action steps. And that's what karma is all about. You're going to keep encountering the same thing over and over again, the same experiences. And if it's experiences that you don't like, If it's relationships or patterns that you don't like, well, guess what? You've got to make a new choice if you want to change the circumstance, if you want to change the situation, if you want to start creating something new. So Saturn really reminds us of that. And when Mars and Saturn together, the universe says, well, you can keep acting like you have been, or taking the same action steps that are based on the same desires, that are based on the same impulses, and you're just going to keep encountering the same karma. Now, if you like it, if you are stoked with what's happening, then great, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you don't like it, if you're not satisfied, if you keep sitting there asking yourself, man, this again, the same pattern in the relationship, it's like different people, different scenario, or different stages, but it's the same playing, right? So if you're experiencing that those are the same patterns and the reoccurring themes, just with different people showing up in your life, I invite you to really look into, well, what am I choosing that is exactly the same, and I keep choosing according to the past, the old me, the old way of thinking, the old way of clinging, the old way of attachment, all the old ways. And it's just not working anymore. And Saturn is like hard decisions that need to be made. And I said it in the last video. And we're going to ride this wave, ladies and gentlemen, for a while now, at least for the rest of August and into September, especially with the eclipses, which I'm going to talk about later in a different video. But it's the hard decisions that need to be made. And why those are hard decisions sometimes? Because it's like, oh, but I want to do what I used to do in the past, and it's just not gonna work. And it's up to you. Like, that's the choice point and the power of choice that you have. And the thing with Saturn is it's either hard decisions or hard lessons. And it's what do you want? You know? I prefer to, sometimes it's like, fuck, okay, I need to make that hard decision, have that hard conversation, put a stop to something that, is just not serving, make those hard decisions, whatever it is, rather than, oh, I'm just going to choose the same thing, I'm just going to act in the same way, and then encounter the hard lesson, because that's what Saturn does. If you don't listen, if you don't pay attention, if you're not fully honest with yourself, the hard lesson is going to show up. That's what Saturn is hard decisions, or you got to face the hard lessons. And that's what karma, my understanding at least of karma and our own personal awareness and growth, that moves us from karma to what we call dharma, which is, okay, how can I be of service to myself and the world by actually making the best choices that I can make that are in alignment with my new sense of seeing the world and my new way of being and thinking and creating. So I want to invite you to, be honest with yourself and the hard decisions that need to be made. And you guys, September is intense with the eclipses, and those are huge portals. And the last full moon that we had with a partial eclipse was a big portal as well. So we're sitting in this energy of just a great opportunity for breakthroughs and for openings and for letting go and for really moving forward. So I want to encourage you that no matter how hard a decision might be, you might feel right now that is hard to make, then to please have the courage and to be honest with yourself and take the steps that you know that are going to move you forward, rather than keeping you exactly where you are. And if you are not satisfied with where you are, then you've got the power to choose, right? And of course, I've got to mention, like, the sun moved into Virgo today, so there's another new cycle that we are beginning with the sun in a new sign. So all you Virgos out there, we are coming into the Virgo season, and there's so much happening in Virgo. The planet Venus is still in Virgo. Jupiter and Mercury are in conjunction in the sign of Virgo. Mercury is also going to go retrograde next week, but I'm going to talk about that in my next video. But we have a lot of that Virgo energy, and Virgo is just purification and cleansing and being of service. And I want to encourage you, especially Mercury is very mental. Virgo is really mental. And with Jupiter and Mercury in the sign of Virgo also, I like to see it as this mental cleanse that wants to happen. And really pay attention to your thoughts and your perceptions and your even your expansion and your growth, to have discernment of where are you going in your life, what is taking you towards that growth, what is taking you towards that expansion, what is really pure and clean to put in your body, to put in your mind, and that is in alignment and is in service to this new version of who you are. Coming into this new cycle of Virgo, which is just reality, and it's like we've got to be rooted in reality. And I've talked about it last week as well, like this reality check that is to have that reality check that opens the space for you to be really clear and have a strong discernment of what is in your highest and what is not, and making your choices accordingly, because we are shifting and we're creating a new reality, and it's up to you of what you want to create in your life and what kind of a reality you want to have for yourself, for your loved ones, for your family, for your community, for the world. So Virgo time, baby. We've got to be super clean. We've got to be super on it. We've got to pay attention to the details. Pay attention to the details in your life. Pay attention to what your body is telling you. Pay attention. Just pay attention. And a little side note here is that with Virgo, things can get a little like nitpicky here. So just make sure that you don't like too nitpicky on everything. Pay attention to the details, and at the same time, just don't get obsessive and overly perfectionist, so to speak. You know, it's like it's okay. It's okay if things get messy. Just go time. It's definitely go time. Get yourself out there. Do what you need to do. Things might get messy. Do the best that you can to pay attention to the details, to pay attention to what's in front of you. Have discernment to go west, to go east. What's in your highest? What's in your highest? What is serving you? Virgo, service. What is serving you? What is serving the greater good of all? And that's what I'm going to leave you with. Sending you so much love, and always, always appreciate your support. Thank you for watching the videos. And if you're liking the videos, if you're liking the message, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Find me on Facebook. If you want a personal reading with me again, or if you are curious about the 40 days to self-mastery program, then please contact me, noalakshmi.com. You can fill up the application form as well. And you guys, this is what it's all about. You know, the 40 days to self-mastery. It's 2016. It's the year of purification. It's the year of really aligning body, mind, soul, heart, everything, so you can step fully into the greatest and best version of yourself and have the most magnificent life. So together we can create the most magnificent reality and the most magnificent world for us and for the generations to come. That's what I'm all about. So please get in touch with me. Let's do this together. We are doing this together. And as always, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of love. Stay awesome, stay beautiful, and I will see you next time. Sat Nam.